Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Folks, Katt Williams resembles the lord of the show in the diversion world. He has a larger number of foes than you can count, and supposedly he's the resentment-holding type who always remembers nothing unexpected. He won't hesitate to get down on people, regardless of how quite a while in the past they began. Heaps of celebs have experienced the intensity from Katt, and think about what he's uncovering. An old quarrel with Faye on Adoration, who probably had Katt captured back in 2012. No doubt you heard that right, captured. Katt's not simply giving Faizon a little prod. He's directly going off on him. The Shay webcast turned into a landmark, and Faizon wound up in the considerable rundown of individuals felines hauling by their hair. Currently, Faizon attempted to act all cool and unbothered, sharing his side of the story, yet let me let you know it didn't actually come near what feline released. The insane part is that feline has general society on her side. Each word, he says, individuals are gobbling it up. But on terminating back, it resembles it failed to be noticed rather than making feline look awful. It just made the public love him significantly more. So what ignited this entire thing the base of their returns to 2012, when Faizon evidently had feline captured. The subtleties are questionable, however. The ill will has been stewing since now. In 2024, It Resembles felines concluded its recompense time. How about we get into it? Presently, we should go on a wild outing through a world of fond memories to October 2012, where things got genuine zesty between Katt Williams and Faizon Love. Picture this: Faizon blaming feline for threatening to use a firearm on him during a warmed Hollywood confrontation, guaranteeing he felt truly compromised. So there's feline Williams staying out of other people's affairs outside the dinner club, when bam, he gets captured in light of the fact that some clubgoers pointed fingers at him saying, "Hey, was the fella waving a weapon like it's a party stunt?" Unexpected development. He was delivered with practically no charges except for hang on. The story gets considerably juicier the following day. The Tom Joyner morning show dropped some significant tattle. Turns out during feline's capture, he spilled the tea. Faizon called the police on us, and afterward ran in the club. Envision feline reasoning this was all under wrap, losing it when TMZ implied that Faizon let the cat out of the bag to them about our conflict. The questioner begins tossing inquiries at feline about everything. They're similar to "Hello, Faizon Love's been discussing you threatening to use a weapon and stuff." Feline, presumably surprised, is like, "I was composing startling film 5 just flew in today. I do not know." The questioner spills the tea, saying Faizon's guaranteeing feline threatened to use a firearm outside dinner club. Feline's like, "Stand by. Are you punking me?" It resembles he's in dismay. The questioner demands it's all around their sight, and feline's like, "Well, fire away with your inquiries." Then they jump into the charges, and feline has some serious rebound. He lets the cat out of the bag about the quarrel phase on talking smack and how the police came, did their thing, and feline left. Then he tosses conceal. He weighs 450 lb, weigh 140 in the event that he's Maxime. I definitely disapproved of him. He better make sense of why my face seems to be this. He's as yet 450 lb. In the event that his story is that Katt Williams is generally disliked in a parking area, then he simply has to make sense of why Katt Williams's face seems to be this. He actually weighs 450 lb. I don't. And afterward, feline goes full Ohio on Faizon, saying push cows over professionally in Dayton. It's like, brother, think of certain jokes as opposed to educating the police regarding our parking area fight. Faizon keeps in touch with certain jokes. Now, when they asked Faizon, assuming he was terrified that feline was going to pull the trigger, he spilled the beans, saying, "Come clean with me. I was on the grounds that it's someone with a weapon and they're on opiate. You don't have the foggiest idea what will occur, but I didn't need any other person to get impacted. Assuming anyone planned to get hit, it will be me. I didn't need honest observers to get up to speed on it." However, hold up, Faizon wasn't done. He hit up the Tom Joyner morning show to spill what he guaranteed were the genuine subtleties as per Love. He's not the person who dialed up the police, and he has a silly interpretation of it. I didn't need to. He's 4 feet 2. Rather, he guarantees that he and his accomplice figured out how to grab the firearm away from feline, flexing their strength. Yet get this. When they understood the weapon was dumped, Love chose to be the greater individual and give this little one his weapon back. Currently, here's where it gets tangled. Love spills the tea on the TJM group, making sense of the fact that the foundation of their hamburger is a bombed installment. Clearly, he was important for a satire visit with feline quite a long time ago, but he was rescued on the grounds that feline was purportedly something else slapping individuals. And, surprisingly, after he left the visit, feline continued to advance love as a demonstration in any event. When he wasn't performing yet, stand by, there's a monetary turn while the media hums about felines owing affection. $50,000 love eliminates any confusion by expressing that it's anything but an obligation. However, it's an installment owed for misleading communication. Love underscores that he wouldn't credit cash to feline, saying for what to a crackhead. Love spills some reality, communicating his craving to stop the feline he accepts. Feline worked up this show for the media consideration, proposing feline feels weak at the knees over group viciousness, which he appears to propagate with his company anyway. Love, having encountered pack savagery growing up, is guiding away from that way of life and believes the quarrel should be over. He explicitly decided to talk solely with Tom and the team since he sees Tom as a forerunner in the African American population. Love maintains that this show should end on the grounds that, as would be a natural for him, Katt Williams needs to be extreme, and that is not the dark life man our local area is passing on from pack savagery, a cycle he needs to break. However, you understand that feline didn't care a whole lot about Faizon's rendition. Quick forward to 2024. And feline isn't keeping down and hauling Faizon through the mud. Feline directly said, "I just put on humorists that are more entertaining than me." Anyone who told you contrastingly was a fat Faizon liar of felines tossing some serious shade, guaranteeing there's no one in the efficient him. Faizon, as per feline, just called it straight felines in any event, raising Netflix specials, saying I have 12 specials. Think about the number of Faizons who got 0. Faizon said that getting a Netflix extraordinary is simple. I have 12 specials. Think about the number F. I got 0. And afterward, feline goes on this digression about not holding on to disdain since he can't be envious. He's such that I will never see them again, have anything that I at any point needed. He looks at it as not letting individuals on the juice examine genuine competitors. It's an entire similarity, yet fundamentally felines expressing he's without equal. But hang on, he's not done. Feline spills the tea about individuals pursuing specific projects and getting a fair-looking, strange-sounding for his most memorable exceptional. On the off chance that Steve Harvey is your favorite, you've been waiting for him to stand up for a considerable length of time. None of those honors make a difference to someone who stands up and thinks often about a placard for family. Fight like congratulations, you can talk professionally. Shock feline then plunges into Faizon's acting vocation. Tossing shade about making characters and not simply acting naturally in each film. He's like, for what reason does your content generally say, take your shirt off? Shannon attempts to hop in to protect the large worm from Friday, yet feline closes it down, inquiring as to why Faizon wasn't in the spin-offs, assuming he was so perfect in the first, and that this is on the grounds that Faizon is simply bad. I allowed me to pose you an inquiry. Yes, on the off chance that what you're talking about is right. For what reason wasn't he in next Friday or Friday? After next, his off base, it wasn't great. Sorry now. Enter Faizon affection into the web-based entertainment to address Felice's remark. He began with its difficult-to-address lunacy, pietism, and out-and-out obliviousness. However, at that point, he bet everything calling Felice a moronic dumb mother and addressing why individuals become involved. With Felice's promise as indicated by Faizon, feline's meeting is only a sob for help. Pay attention to what he's talking about. He's really calling for help. He's calling for help. None of the ST he expresses lines up with anything. What is so interesting is the number of individuals that think this moronic dumb is spitting valid, so very much like the reports propose about feline clutching feelings of spite perpetually. It turns out Faizon isn't the only one trapped in his terminating line. Feline went on an all-out binge, getting down on everybody he's had meet with in the past. Some answered, some didn't. However, the insane part is that it appears as though Felice has an entire multitude of people in general backing him up, making the reactions fail to be noticed. Now, how about we jump into a portion with different names? Feline hauled into the Drew, beginning with, as a matter of fact, Steve Harvey definitely, you heard it right. Feline didn't extra the family quarrel have. We should rewind the clock to December 2008 when Steve Harvey and Katt Williams regarded themselves as in the titles these two haven't. Precisely been dearest friends for north of 10 years, and there's a story behind it. So Faizon Williams chose to get down on Steve Harvey just before a Christmas season show, and things got wild. Picture this: Jamie Foxx, who was a radio personality at the time, tosses conceal in with the general mishmash by playing a clasp of Williams dissing Steve Harvey. Feline on the telephone goes on a tirade saying, "I need to apologize for what will happen," alluding to their impending joint parody gig. However, here's the kicker: he drops the bomb, lets Steve know that once he raises a ruckus around town, it's down over for him as the Lord of Satire. Steve Harvey then brings in, puzzled by the entire circumstance, he tells Jimmy and the E-group, "I've forever been cool with." Feline making sense of that back in he didn't have any idea who Katt Williams was. Envision that: Steve Harvey asking whoever Katt Williams is, "Call me so Katt." Williams didn't keep down in the new meeting, laying into Steve Harvey. Feline straight up called out. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.